If you are witnessing harassment at work, your rights are also being violated, as well as the rights of the person being harassed. So just addressing this question here about a video I did about workplace harassment. And the person says, well, sometimes it's difficult to get someone to come forward as a witness. Now, yes, sometimes that is very difficult because people fear for their jobs and they might not want to step forward and risk their own job. But what I'm talking about here is something even more fundamental than that. If you have been harassed, which remember is bullying because of a protected characteristic in the UK workplace, then other people witnessing that harassment, if they find that it has created that degrading, humiliating, offensive environment, they are being harassed too, according to the Equality Act. Their rights are also being violated, not just the rights of the person being bullied in the first place because of that protected characteristic. So both groups have a potential legal claim that they would start the process of trying to solve with their employer by going through the grievance process. So this is a slightly different point to what you're talking about, because what you're talking about are witnesses, but these people aren't just witnesses. They are actually victims in the context of rights being violated. And that's why this is so powerful, because it's essentially saying allies who see the discrimination happening, are not happy about it, are upset because of the offensive environment that it has created, can also take action and ask their employer to resolve that situation. And one final point here, remember that if you complain about discrimination in the workplace because of a protected characteristic, whether or not that discrimination is happening to you, that is called a protected act, which means that you have additional protections under victimization in the Equality Act. So if that ally says, hey, the way that you were treating that person just because she was a woman really upset me. I thought it was incredibly degrading. And I feel like she was treated that way because she was a woman. Not only did they raise to their employer that they have a potential harassment claim, but they also committed a protected act, which means that the employer should know that if they punish them for making that complaint, they are opening themselves up to a further claim of victimization. So that's the key thing here, the fundamental rights of everyone involved in this situation, and how the employer needs to be very careful if they're allowing a discriminatory bullying environment to happen, because it's not just one person's rights at risk.